This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Friday, February 2nd, 2018. The title of this rant is House GOP Bow to the Loser and Relinquish Their Constitutional Duties. So this has to do with the memo, which may be coming out today, maybe not, which is based on distortion, based on lies, and what I would call exceptionally misleading hyperbole. So the House Intelligence Committee got its hands on about 100 pages of a FISA warrant. Now, normally they don't get this, so the FBI or the Justice Department gave this up voluntarily after Devin Nunes had subpoenaed them because he wanted to find dirt to protect the loser. So let's take a look at that FISA warrant. It was over 100 pages, and it might have been more. That it probably was reviewed by at least a dozen lawyers in the FBI and in the Justice Department to make sure that everything in that warrant would pass mustard, so to speak. And that it was actually an extension of an already existing warrant that had already been out there. And that it was signed by a federal judge saying, you have met the criteria for this warrant to continue. So they took this 100+ page warrant that had been reviewed by lawyers and basically broke it down to a 4-page memo. And they are making this the sole basis of the FISA warrant, that it was from an ex-British intelligence officer who wrote a dossier, who was basically a sub of a sub of a sub, meaning a subcontractor. So the Washington Examiner or the Washington Beacon, I can't remember which, got Fusion GPS to do Oppo research on the betrayer of trust when the primaries were still going on. They dumped him as soon as the loser became the nominee. A law firm that was representing the Clinton campaign picked him up to do some more. Then Fusion GPS got in Christopher Steele and had him do some checking around. So basically, Christopher Steele was a sub to a sub to a sub of the Hillary campaign, and basically they're saying that because this was part of the warrant, or that it invalidates everything in the warrant if that was in there, because it's all a hoax, it's all fake news. And why are they doing this is that, one, they want to muddy the waters. They just want to make it seem like everything is all fucked up. They need to discredit Rod Rosenstein, who signed off on that memo, because if they can get rid of him, then then the loser can replace him with some type of a crony who will basically put a kibosh to the Mueller investigation. And because they know the Mueller investigation is getting closer and closer, and people are not going to jail, they're going to prison, and they know it. So they got to play this game. Because the GOP in the House, they're not stupid. They know that this thing is entirely bogus. But they've hitched their wagon to this guy. They understand that they are relinquishing their constitutional duties because they're going after the FBI and the Justice Department. They're going after those who really, really protect us. It's all political, and it's all to get rid of Rosenstein so that they can get rid of Mueller. All right, and on the way to doing all of this, some of them may be susceptible to obstruction of justice. This thing is going to keep going. You know, they have hitched their wagon to an incredible scumbag, and they are going to pay the price for it. And we must keep resisting and keep fighting. This is not even remotely close to being normal.